you know that according to National Science Research, an average human has 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts per day? Of these thoughts, 80% are negative and 95% are repetitive thoughts. And if you are repeating those negative thoughts, then you are thinking negative far more than you are thinking positive. This is who we are as humans, isn't it? Suppose that you bake a cake. 5 people really like it, and there's one person who didn't like it. Then you will be thinking a lot about that one person who gave a negative comment, and that will weigh far more than the 5 other positive comments. This happens because human brain is wired in such a way that we pick up negative information far more easily than positive information. Remember, early humans were designed to sense and respond to danger quickly, and actually they would remember it and keep it in their subconscious so that they could keep themselves safe from it in the future. So it means that it is far more difficult to think and stay positive than we really think it may be. So where do we go from here? And where do we stand? How do we come out of those negative mindset if it is so easy to fall prey to these mindsets? Hi, I'm Rashmi. I'm a certified personal growth coach, and I work with people to help them move from those negative mindsets to positive mindsets, creating outstanding results for them. Today, I will talk about 3 C's which will help you make that move. One thing that we need to know is that the thoughts that we automatically generate after encountering an important situation are not random thoughts. They are generated by our subconscious mind and determined by many factors like our deeply held beliefs and values, biases and assumptions, mental conditioning or programming. It happens at such subtle level that we don't even realize that the thought has already appeared. Most of these beliefs, values and assumptions get formed during our early years from what we see, hear and feel people doing around us, and it takes some deep work to really bring those out. Situations and circumstances which are important to us, they come up, the thoughts get triggered, they create certain feelings, and those feelings lead to certain actions, and those actions lead to results. So if we could just bring about a shift in our thoughts as and when we encounter a situation, it could help us break that pattern. So what are some of the steps that we can take to turn our negative thoughts or mindset into the positive ones? Let's talk about these 3 C's which could help flip the same. Number 1, the first C is catch them fast. Well, when you watch a nice movie, you get emotionally involved with it. And while the emotions that you are feeling is real, the movie that you just watched is not. In the book How to Train Your Mind by author Chris Bailey, he says that just as we shouldn't believe everything shown in a movie, similarly think of your thoughts also as a story that you have built, and all of that story may not necessarily be true. So we actually live 2 lives, one in reality and one in our mind. And whenever your mind is telling you a story, just stop for a moment and ask how true is that story? How much is the truth and how much is your own imagination, assumption or overthinking? For example, when your manager doesn't appreciate you for your efforts on a project, you thought that he is egoistic and doesn't support you, and you feel upset about the same. Just as you become aware of that thought, tell yourself, hey, there, I see you are telling me something. What is making me say that, and how true is this statement that I just made about my boss? So be your own devil's advocate. Once you get into this habit of catching your thoughts and observing them to find out whether they are real or a story made up by your mind, you are ready to take the next step. And here comes the second C, which is choose your path. So if you now come to know that your negative thoughts are not real and mostly imaginary, overthinking, or have a lot of assumptions or prejudices, which is giving you those extreme feelings, then you have a choice to make. Knowing that your thoughts may not be telling you a full story or a real story, what do you want now? Maybe you are okay to let it remain there. Maybe you want to change that and you no longer want to let those negative thoughts and feelings hijack you. So at this point, you make a deliberate choice of whether you continue to be in that mindset or you want to change your zone. So if you decide to change, then you can move to the third step. And then comes the third C, which is create that change. Well, if you are here, then congratulations, you have taken a big bold step of changing your old negative repetitive thought patterns. What you can do now to shift your attention away from the negative thought. So instead of pushing the thought away, start focusing on something else. It could be something which makes you feel grateful, which you have been taking for granted for long. For example, if you are concerned about being bypassed for a promotion, you can feel grateful that you at least have a job. Making a regular habit of journaling about what you are grateful for is a great exercise to help you keep positive. Second thing that you can do is to focus on what can be learned from the situation. Again, if you have been bypassed for a promotion, can you get yourself to think what really went well and what could I do better? This would generate a feeling of curiosity rather than disappointment and rejection. Create a weekly learning log in which you make a practice to note down learnings from difficult circumstances. Third thing which you can also try is think of what positives can possibly come out of it. Well, it might sound weird, but if you believe in the fact that everything happens for a reason, then you will slowly train yourself to see positive in any kind of situation. So, what do you think will change for you if you are able to reverse your negative thoughts into positive thoughts about yourself, people, and circumstances around you? Imagine if you could just flip that and you have 80% positive thoughts. What would change? So, at this point of time, tell me what are the ways that you use to flip your negative thoughts? Remember, it takes practice and effort to remain positive. So, keeping at it is the mantra for all of us. If you like this video, then do not forget to share it, comment in the box below, and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in my next video. Till then, be positive. Goodbye.